So last month I bought this old digital camera for £3 at a charity shop. It still had an SD card inside, so obviously I checked the photos. At first it was normal stuff: birthday cake, a dog, some random living room. But the last photo stopped me cold. It was a picture of my street, not just the street, my house. And the timestamp, 2009, which is weird because the house wasn't even built until 2016. I thought maybe the date was wrong, but then I zoomed in. Standing in the window of the house was someone. And the creepy part, I moved in last year. The person in the photo was wearing the exact hoodie I was wearing while looking at the picture. I checked the next photo. It was taken through the same window, from outside. And the timestamp, tomorrow. Then I heard the camera shutter from behind me, but the camera was still in my hand. I never told this story online before because, honestly, it still freaks me out. Back in 2016, when the whole killer clown craze was going on, everyone at my college thought it was just dumb people in costumes trying to go viral. I thought so too, until one night walking home. It was around midnight. My shift at a diner had just ended and my apartment was only a 10-minute walk away. The streets were empty, dead quiet. I remember scrolling through my phone when I heard this metallic tapping sound behind me. Tap, tap, tap. At first I thought it was just someone walking with something metal, but when I turned around, I swear my stomach dropped. Standing under the streetlight about half a block away was a clown. Not a funny circus clown either. This one had smeared red makeup across its mouth like a giant grin, and it was holding what looked like a baseball bat, or maybe a crowbar. I froze. The clown didn't move at first. It just stood there, staring. Then slowly, it started tapping the metal thing against the ground again. Tap, tap, tap. And then it started walking toward me. My brain instantly went into panic mode. I turned and speed walked toward my apartment building, trying not to run because I didn't want it to know I was scared. The tapping got faster behind me. I glanced back once. Big mistake. The clown was running now. Full sprint. I bolted. I don't even remember pulling my keys out, but somehow I got the building door open and slammed it shut behind me. When I looked through the glass, the clown was standing right outside, breathing heavy, staring straight at me. Then it slowly lifted the bat and tapped it against the glass. Tap, tap. And just like that, it turned around and walked back into the darkness. The weirdest part. The next morning I checked the local news, and apparently someone had been attacked 2 streets over that same night. They never caught whoever did it. This happened last winter, and I still get uncomfortable thinking about it. I live alone in a small rented house. It's an older place, probably built in the 50s, and it has one of those tiny attic spaces with the pull-down ladder in the hallway ceiling. I had never gone up there because the landlord told me it was just insulation and old wiring. A few months after moving in, I started hearing sounds at night. Not loud sounds, just small ones, like soft thumps or the creak of wood shifting. At first I assumed it was the house settling or maybe squirrels. Old houses make weird noises, but then it started happening almost every night around the same time, usually between 2 and 3 a.m. One night I woke up and heard what sounded like slow footsteps above my bedroom, not running around like an animal, just step, step, step. I laid there for a few minutes listening and trying to convince myself I was half asleep. Eventually it stopped. The next morning I checked the hallway ladder. It was still closed, but I noticed something strange. A tiny bit of insulation dust had fallen onto the floor directly underneath it. I told myself it was nothing. A week later it happened again, but louder this time. Definitely footsteps. So the next day, I finally grabbed a flashlight and pulled the attic ladder down. The air up there smelled weirdly stale, like someone had been in a closed room too long. The attic was mostly empty except for insulation and wooden beams. But then I noticed something that absolutely didn't belong there. There was a folding camping chair tucked into the corner. Next to it was an empty water bottle and a small pile of snack wrappers. My stomach dropped immediately. Someone had clearly been sitting up there. I went downstairs, locked every door, and called my landlord. He came over later that day and checked the attic with me. We didn't find anyone. But here's the part that still freaks me out. The chair and trash were gone. I know for a fact they were there when I went up the first time. I even took a picture on my phone because it scared me so much. No one has been back since, and the noises stopped completely. But sometimes when I'm lying in bed at night, I keep thinking about one thing. If someone was living in my attic, they would have had a perfect view of my bedroom door every time I walked out into the hallway.